Hey, this is Sky. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Go check out my website at skyazrael.com. Let's talk about death. One of my favorite topics. You guys think it's all depressing. You look at my last name, the angel of death. You see, I like talking about death. It's not scary to me. There's different types of death. You have regular death, where you just die, buried in the ground 6 feet under. But you have your death, your loss of innocence, which is like a death. There's several losses of innocence, stages of the loss of innocence that we go through. And that's truly a death. It can sometimes be liberating, and it should be. But sometimes it can be devastating. There's a type of death where everybody goes against you. Everybody's turned against you. All of a sudden, you just suck in everybody's eyes. You may not even really know what you did. Or what you did may not really have been that bad, but Jesus, the whole world is against you. And that can be a type of death. I know what that's like to have my fiance turn against me right before we were supposed to get married. Turn against me hard, then go cheat on me. Cheat on me with friends. So not only did I lose my fiance, but I lost friends because my friends were fucking my fiance. I lost most all my friends that same year, just one way or another. Family hated me. I called my mother. I was homeless. I called her 3,000 miles away. I was on the streets of California, Southern California, homeless. And I was just like, Ma, I'm on the streets. She sent me a sleeping bag. It's a good gift. It was a nice sleeping bag. But it was kind of like a I'm done with you kind of attitude. Tough love. I know what it's like to have even my dog. I gave my dog away because I couldn't have it. Couldn't afford it. Went to go visit it like later that same day. Dropped it off at this chick's house that I knew, this hippie chick. She gladly took it. I told her the story, and it was kind of sad to break up with the dog and be like, I'm sorry, and the dog didn't really know what was going on. I came back later that day. The dog acted like it didn't even recognize me. The dog was done with me. Fuck you. Wouldn't even come to me when I called it. It was just done with me. The whole world was done with me. And it felt like a death. There's all different types of death. Going through a breakup can be a death. Losing your position and your status. I know a guy who lost $90,000 in the stock market, and he lost his business after that. He owned a restaurant. He lost his business after that. And I saw him at a bar, and he was just as low can be. And it was like he had died. He might as well have been dead. He was broken. The Jordan Peterson quote that I heard that's kind of relevant. He said, dying horribly and unjustly isn't enough. You also have to go to hell and harrow it. That's powerful shit. It's like Gandalf in The Lord of the Rings. And Gandalf goes to fight the monster on that bridge, And he's Gandalf the Grey, as he started in The Hobbit and throughout the first couple books of the Lord of the Rings. And he's Gandalf the Grey. And his friends are too weak. They can't really help him. He's the strong one. And he goes up and fights this terrible, terrible monster. And his friends leave him. Which, even though he encourages it, it is an abandonment. He loses the fight to the monster. Falls down into the abyss and suffers alone. No one's trying to come and rescue him. And then he dies like the phoenix. He goes through so much suffering and pain, and when he's resurrected from the ashes, the ashes of his own suffering, he's resurrected a stronger version of himself, and then he becomes Gandalf the White. And he's almost a different person. He's more powerful. You have to radically embrace the worst hell that you go through, the hellish aspects of life. Because that's what makes us stronger. That's where you get your wisdom. I wouldn't want anybody on my team that hasn't been to hell and back. If you can't survive it, you're not strong enough. A warrior can survive hell alone. He might go through the same pain you go through, but he survives it. There's another, I'll end the video with another Jordan Peterson quote, just because I like Jordan Peterson. And he said, "The meaning that overcomes pain is more important than the pain." It's all food for thought.